Hey, this is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com, and this video is about 3 things that you can't be around a narcissist. All right, you ready? Hopefully this will be a short video. Number 1, you can't be yourself. Number 2, you can't be happy around them either. That's not allowed. Number 3, you can't be successful around the narcissist either because they're jealous of that. So let's go to number 1. A narcissist's number 1 goal is to get you to hate yourself. So when you're actually being yourself and bubbly and outgoing and social and all the things they're not, they don't like that. They don't want you to be yourself. Now, this is going to be a quick video. I don't want to make this a long video. One thing I noticed with narcissists is they will literally say to you, well, you can't believe that. Now, being the NLP trainer that I am, we're all about rules, values, and beliefs. And we go over these in depth. And I mean in depth. This is like a long study and how you help people when you have conflict, like you have rules conflicts, beliefs conflict, decision conflicts. Well, how do you heal those to where you're not in conflict with yourself, right? Well, the narcissist comes around, and if you have a belief, and they're like, my last narcissist literally looked at me and goes, well, you can't believe that. And I went, that was like an NLP thing going, biddaloo, biddaloo, biddaloo. Wait, what? And I literally said, I smiled and I go, I can't believe that. Oh, really? Why is that? And I'm like, really, this is bullshit. But I wanted to hear what he had to say. Well, no, you can't believe that. You got to believe this. I said, oh, really? Well, why do I got to believe that? And I'm being like a total smartass. And he goes, well, here's why. And I'm just laughing like, you know what, dude? I can believe whatever the fuck I want to believe, okay? So the thing about narcissists is they're going to change your rules. They're going to change your beliefs. And they're going to change your values. Like, well, you know, that can't be important. This has got to be important. And guess what? It's always what's important to them. It's always what they believe. And it's always what they value. Fuck that. Here's the reason why a narcissist does that. Okay, I'm going to make it super quick. The further you go into the left brain, the smaller your pupils get to their needles, like eye of the needle, and they begin to come together because they're looking down a tube. So everything that they have in their tube, you have to. What if you're a bigger picture person? Now, when you go into your right brain, especially when you go way over there, your pupils get larger, they get dilated, and they pull apart by a millimeter or two, because what you're doing is now you're opening up to see the bigger picture, literally, physically, right? And visually. So these people tend to get along with people that have different beliefs and different values. But people that are finite, that are looking down the microscope, no, it's got to fit inside this little tiny hole, this little circle, because that's what I'm seeing. These are the right values. See, people that are extreme left brain, they communicate in what's called the either-or mentality. Either I'm right or you're right. Either I'm rich or you're rich. Either I'm successful and if I'm rich, then you must be a failure. If I'm a success, then you must be a failure, right? That's the way they go through life. It's called the either-or perspective or either-or mentality. Very unhealthy, very reptilian. I'm serious, okay? Because it's coming from looking for a finite, like this is the way it's got to be. The right brain is about options and possibilities. Well, you can like sherbet ice cream and I can like vanilla ice cream. You can like orange ice cream and you can like raspberry ice cream. The people that are bigger picture people tend to get along with other people because those people are looser. They're not uptight. This is uptight. Like, you know, people like this all the time. And when you're uptight, anything that is a variance outside of your rules and your values and your beliefs, it's going to flip you the fuck out. When you are an extreme left brain person, you are uptight and everything has to be this way. This is the right way. They really believe that it's either right or it's wrong. And if you're not the way they are, then obviously you're wrong. So whoever you are, you're not going to be that person after hanging out with a narcissist for 6 months. Okay? They will change you because there's nothing wrong with them. It's you that's got to change. That's their whole system. One way you can tell someone who's extremely left brain is they use the phrase either or. Well, either you can do it or I can do that. And here's another thing they will say, and they'll get very angry. They'll say, well, we both can't do it. Well, we both can't be rich. We both can't. It's the phrase both can't. The left brain is the either or brain. When you cross over to the right brain, that's the and both, plus and more brain.
Right brain people will use the word and a lot. Well, you can do it and I can do it. You can be happy and I can be happy. A narcissist does not believe that that is possible because everything is either or. Either you're going to be successful or I'm going to be successful. That's why they will spend their entire life beating you down and doing things underhandedly to make sure you don't succeed because they truly believe it's either or. If you're successful, then they believe that they can't be successful. That's why they work so hard to push you down. Because either you're on top or I'm on top. They don't understand the concept of and both. They don't believe that you can be successful and they can be successful at the same time. This is why for the rest of your life they will beat you down and they won't change. The reason why they won't change is because the whole purpose and reason that they're narcissist is because they've escaped from the right brain, which is the emotional processor. They have escaped from their emotions and feelings and they don't want to feel emotional hurt or pain anymore, so they've locked themselves into their left logical brain. And that's why they're like, no, I'm not going to go over to my right brain. And therefore, they'll never be able to see the perspective of and both, that you can be successful and I can be successful. And here's a killer one, that we can actually help each other both be successful.
Happiness. Well, narcissists are miserable people. They don't like themselves. They don't like who they are. They're never happy. They're always angry. And so here's the deal. Your happiness, literally, is not allowed. And I actually said that to my last narcissist. Or I think I literally said, I learned real fast, happiness is not allowed around you. He's like, whoa, what do you mean? That's when I was like, I was discarding my narc. I'm like, dude, I'm out of here. Fuck you. Why, man? I was like, well, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4 was like, and happiness is definitely not allowed around you. Oh my God, what a miserable person, dude.
All right, so true story. My ex-girlfriend in my 20s, she showed up at my door, and she used to do this a lot, but I really caught it this time, okay? Now, this either or and both mentality is something I learned in NLP, right, during a training. She showed up at the door, just adorable, beautiful, dressed up, and she was so happy. And I opened the door, and I was in a really good mood, too. And I said, hey, sweetie, how are you? And she looked at me, and she just instantly almost cried. She just frowned, like it really upset her. I was like, well, what's wrong? And I had a gut feeling. I'm like, sweetie, are you upset because I'm happy? She goes, yeah. I go, why? She goes, well, if you're happy, that means that I can't be happy, all right? So what she would do is she would purposely hurt me and upset me, and then she would instantly smile. And she did this all the freaking time. And I used to scream and yell. And while I was screaming and yelling, she'd just be grinning from ear to ear, because that means now that I'm miserable, she can be happy. You have to understand that on an unconscious level, it's almost like there's a line, like as they look out, there's a line in the middle from top to bottom, and there's left or there's right. So if you're happy, that means in the right picture, she can't be happy.
Dude. Number 3, success. Narcissists do not want to see you succeed. They don't want you to make more money than them. My ex-girlfriend, literally, she answered the phone. It was a client. They were answering an ad, and she hangs up the phone. I'm like, who is that? She goes, oh, it was a client. I was like, oh, great. Did you get their number? She's like, no. No, she goes, oh, it was a client. I told him that you would call him back. I was like, oh, cool. I go, where's the number? She goes, oh, I didn't write it down. I'm like, you didn't write it down? Well, how am I supposed to call him back? I go, did you get the name? She's like, no, I don't remember the name. I'm like, I got so pissed off. I'm like, I swear to God, it's like you're sabotaging my business. Like you don't want me to succeed. And I fucking flipped out. And she goes, well, honestly, I don't. I'm like, why? She goes, because if you get your business off the ground, you're going to make more money than me. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck? That's a narcissist. The reptilian mentality is either I'm above you or you're above me. And they don't want you to be above them. In their mind, if you make more money than them, you're above them. So success is not allowed. It will really piss them off. Here's another thing about narcissists. They're extremely vain people. They want all the attention on them. If you are successful, here's the weirdest part. They might even actually marry you because you're really good at something, because you're successful, and because you're popular, right? You have lots of friends, lots of family. People like, wow, you're in the newspaper because you're good at sports or whatever. They'll want to be with you because of that. Because now they're like, well, now I'm going to get the attention because I'm with this person. Well, here's the deal. If somebody walks up to you and only gives you attention, and they're not getting the attention, oh, that's gonna flip them the fuck out. They're gonna lose their shit because they don't want you taking away any attention away from them. They want to be the sole core center of attention, and they'll flip out if other people are giving you attention. So there's your three. Number one, three things you can't be around a narcissist. Number one, you can't be yourself. Number two, can't be happy. Number three, can't be successful and can't get attention. Hey, this is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com. This was a fun video, but also a very, very true video. See you guys soon. Click subscribe.